Where when you guys are?
Look, it's a weird feeling. A little bit of I don't know if it's a bit of a numbing feeling, to be fair. Just disappointing. I was just saying now on one of the on the interviews that if we had come here and didn't make chances and we went in the game and they scored the way they did, I could accept that. The fact that we had so much of the ball, we made so many chances, we were very brave in a lot of the decisions, and I was just disappointed. Just the 2 goals that we conceded, just uncharacteristic, especially the first one. It was a top finish, but the defending around the box let us down there, and we're very good at that, so that was disappointing. And then the corner was probably, we had all the momentum at the end of the game. Like, I've never felt a buzz like that in my life. And I just told the boys, I go, that's it, we've got it. Like, it's just a matter of now. Keep applying yourselves, just keep working the ball, you'll find an opportunity. And then, unfortunately, we made an uncharacteristic mistake. That led to the corner, I didn't defend it well, and we got punished. But even then, I was pretty calm. Like, I thought there's going to be chances there. And, I just felt, even the last 5 minutes, there was we got a little bit too direct with loading the line, and I didn't like that. Where I think there was still moments where we could have been a little bit smarter with a couple of the half-space runs, looking for early cutbacks. And but again, I'm really happy in the sense that I think the group needed this in order, if they're going to grow as a group. I think it's going to be fuel for next year. We're going to use this, and if we want to be a team that consistently, churns and fights for these positions, we really need to make the most of this experience. I think a lot of those boys that experienced that today are going to take that away, and they're going to use that in order to be successful next year, especially the young guys.
What was going through your head when Oscar stopped the ball?
Oh, I thought it was offside. So when the ball got played, I got excited because we scored. I thought it was unbelievably unselfish of Costa to cut that ball back in for Oz. I thought that was like that. I thought it epitomised our team to a T. And then Oz scored, and then I was like, oh, this could be off. So I celebrated. I was bad luck when I celebrated, so I didn't want to celebrate too much. And then I asked the linos, "Is it all right?" And he goes, "Yeah, no, I think it's fine." And then he blew the whistle, and then it go, okay. And then just the energy of the whole stadium, was just like electric. I don't think I've ever felt anything like that. I've been to a lot of big games, and that was just like the whole place like was just buzzing, and it was an unbelievable feeling. And I just felt that was enough, I thought that was probably one thing that would have stopped them, victory, taking that next step, and they would have just defended and maybe potentially play for penalties. But they dug deep, they deserve to win, and that's football.
You mentioned the group potentially needing this between potential player sales and expiring contracts. How confident are you this group will be back for round 2?
There'll be a group next season with the majority of the players that have taken part tonight. Whether it's 2-3 players that leave, there might be a little bit more. There's still a chunk. But I think what's more important is that we've built that experience now. We've got that, as part of the foundation of a club to move forward. So anyone says that we can't finish in the top 2, well, we just lean back on this. Anyone says that we can't, match it with victory for a spot in the grand final, we look back to this, and with just little details will get us over the next time.
How did it feel to walk out and see the big Hail the Chief banner?
I didn't see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Sorry, I was. When was that?
It's pre-game.
Oh no, I didn't see it. But that's fantastic that they did that.
Are you of a mind now to be able to reflect on the journey, or is it still like the same?
No, look. I'm probably the one guy that, when it comes to myself, I park it. I don't really give it consideration till later on, and then my mind will catch up eventually. And when I go on holidays and have a couple of dinners by myself, I think the emotion of the season will get to me, and I'll reflect. And to be fair, I'll take some notes. But probably I think for the next week or so, I just need to just take it easy. I might sleep tonight, which should be great. But yeah, I haven't been able to reflect. I probably won't for a bit.
What did you make of the decision of Alex to take the penalty?
Well, I think he's brave to take it. I mean, I don't think any of us in this room here would step up with such pressure. You know, that after Newcastle, the fact that he wanted to step up and do it, you know. I mean, look, I'm never going to question a professional player that has to be scrutinised by 34,000 people in a stadium. And on top of that, all the idiots on social media that think, you know, they know better. I'm not going to... if someone wants to step up in that time and they miss, they miss. Happens all the time. The best players in the world miss. Robbie Baggio missed a penalty in a World Cup final against Brazil, you know, in front of the whole world. If he can miss, it's not an uncommon thing. So I think he's brave for taking it. And to be fair, I thought Izzo pulled a good save. And, well, the replay that I saw. So, you know, it happens. Initially, I didn't think it was a penalty because I didn't see the contact and I couldn't really see on the screen. And then when they slowed it down, hand up, and then my understanding of the rules explained to me unnatural position of the hand when it comes out. If you make yourself bigger, then any contact is a penalty. So then I realised, okay, his hand's up, he's slid, it's made himself big. So now they're actually looking for contact, and if there's contact, it's by definition it's a pen. So initially no, and then in the end, yes, I thought it was pretty clear.
Just right in front of you, I guess we're going to cover this off.
Yep.
Have you seen any evidence at Wellington Phoenix when playing with Lewis or others there in the club with any evidence of spot fixing?
No, I haven't. No.
Was a distraction from what happened last night to the players today?
No, not at all. No, I don't think it was a consideration. I think we spoke about it yesterday, and there was no talk of that. I had no feeling in the group. There was no talk of that, to be fair. You know, I don't want to speak to it because I don't know the exact details. I understand that it's very serious at the moment, and it's something that jeopardises the integrity of the league. And I think it's a very important matter, but it needs to be dealt with in the right way. And then I can make comment once the courts, you know, make a decision.
Do you want to comment just about the cruelty of sport when you play so well, dominate aspects of the game, and don't come away with a victory?
Yeah, well, everyone's been saying the opposite of us all year, that we defend and, you know, they have all the ball, the games. It's, unfortunately, you watch enough football, you realise the best thing about this game is it's always the best team doesn't win. And that's the beautiful part. And, you know, it comes down to tactics, it comes down to certain moments. So, you know, Oldie shoots 3 centimetres, a little bit more inside, doesn't hit the post, it goes in. Izzo picks another way, Rufus scores. It's, you know, you're talking about small little details that can go either way. But I think what we've seen is that consistently over time, we've been on the right side of those decisions and made the right, you know, the right calls and a lot of things, and the boys have been very positive and they've defended quite well. So, you know, I take it all in, you know.
Have you seen him on?
No, she's up in the crowd waiting for me, so yeah. She'll be gutted, I think, tonight.
Think she'll be back?
I don't think so. That'll be the last game.
Chiefy, what did you say to the boys after the game, or have you had a chance to speak to them?
No, I haven't. All I did was basically embraced all of them, told them how proud I was, go up and, you know, go in front of the yellow fever and you know, showed the, you know, support that they've supported you. So to celebrate that, and then I probably won't say much to them tonight. We'll probably get together early next week. Boys, I think we'll have Mad Monday, you know, so let them enjoy that for a couple of days, and then we'll sit down, we'll have a chat, you know, wish the guys that are going, you know, good luck, and just, you know, give them a rundown of what the schedule is for the next month and a bit. I know there's a bit disrupted scheduling now because of the Nations Cup with the New Zealand team, so a little bit worried those boys aren't going to get an adequate break. But just to also say thank you for the season.
Coach, you mentioned the crowd before, but can you describe what it was like to walk out?
That was great. That was I had, you know, chills coming out. Again, I say that was the best feeling of scoring in the last minute I think I've had experience in my life. And I've been lucky. I've been into a Super Classical game. I've been to a World Cup. That just was just an amazing feeling, something I'll never forget. Hopefully the fans will never forget. But yeah, that was amazing. I mean, it'd be a dream of mine to think that one day every game is like that. it's possible in Europe, possible in South America, all across the world. I just think that the league can get healthy enough that we can have that rivalry and every game is, sold out. It doesn't have to be 33. It can still be a packed stadium, it can be 10, 15, but just that atmosphere at every game would be unbelievable.
It was a few years ago, Phoenix City lost their licence. They had their best of the season. There's a second New Zealand team coming into the competition. What do you think New Zealand football means and brings to the A-League?
I think it gives it a different dynamic and it gives it a natural competitor. Now, probably the best way to equate the way I think is I always saw a rivalry in Oceania between Australia and New Zealand. It was always healthy and one pushed the other. I think New Zealand for a long time were probably, let's say, like a little brother because of Australia's success. But I remember so many times that New Zealand pushed Australia and got some big results and knocked them out of some qualifying. But I think the dynamic of having another country with another club and just a different way of doing things and also opens up a market that usually you're untapped for, is healthy for the league. I actually think that eventually then expansion sort of A-League, might see 3 or 4 teams from New Zealand and might see some more teams from Australia, potentially some teams from elsewhere in Oceania, or Southeast Asia, which could, make it a real rich feel, and I think, very enticing to watch.
You mentioned the special guest yesterday for your pre-match talk.
Yeah.
Can you say who that was?
No. I'm not going to say it.
How much discussion has there actually been since the council about?
Is it Coast Watch or?
No, it wasn't Coast Watch football. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
How much discussion has there actually been since the council of penalty takers, or was it pretty clear cut? Alex is showing the
Same process. Because we scored before that a couple of times. So, again, it's on the day. Whoever wants to take the penalty, they have a process on who gets ranked and so on. So, I just stick to that, and I'll continue sticking to that.
Just like on Ben Olin, it seemed like he really stepped up to the occasion in terms of
Yeah.
creating and also having his own chances.
Yeah, I thought he was great tonight. I thought probably about 65 in. I was kind of seeing if he was gassed a little bit because he was just doing so much running, got a second wind. And then when we scored for extra time, he grew into the position. So they started man marking him more towards the end of the game. And first half of extra time, they completely man marked him. So then we just pushed Suts up and let Oldie have a bit more of a free rein, take a player away so we could open up more space. But as the game panned out, Suts actually just couldn't run anymore. He was a little bit injured, so we kind of lost that dynamic. And then we pushed Oldie a little bit wider, just didn't work. But then when Lucas came on, it gave us extra legs, extra width. So, he was immense. He was very good.
Do you think we'll see Oscars and Mother across the library back in the season?
You won't see Zavada here, no. But definitely Costa Barbarousas.
Is Zavada signing someone?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Why is Savannah leaving?
Probably twofold. I think the available money that we have doesn't allow us to retain every player that we want. It's unfortunate because we've done well this year that the markets, obviously push the value of those players up, and then I want to reinvest some of that money into some of the younger players that I think I want longer term. So for me, I made that decision, and Oz at the beginning of the year was looking to move, didn't get that move, and I think there'll be heaps of suitors for him.
Final question, guys. 2 minutes to go.
Just in terms of Costa, I think he's pretty well established. He's on a decent salary. Are there concerns around the salary cap and sort of central funding cuts and things? Do you reckon you'll be able to get something over the line?
I'm pretty confident I'll keep Costa. He's very happy here, and he deserves another contract. And I won't speak too much to the money side because that's not for me. Every club's in a different position. There are some clubs still spending a lot of money next year. There are some that unfortunately have to make some cuts. I think that's a reality for a couple of clubs. But we have a very good owner, a very good football committee. I think they put a lot of investment into the club. I think they want to be competitive next year again with a re-emphasis on youth, re-emphasis on trying to build on what we've done. So for me, we just plan accordingly.
Just to be clear, in the second group, one has to make cuts.
I'm in the
Phoenix are in the second group of clubs.
the Phoenix, the Phoenix, like every other club, you know, they have to reassess. But again, I'm not going to talk about the financials, but I'll just say that there are certain clubs that are still spending freely, but I think the general trend will be a lot of tightening of budgets.